There's a show opening this week at a little place called the Museum of Modern Art, and it might not be an artist that rolls off the tip of your tongue. So who is Joan Jonas? What are some of her important works? And why should we care? Well, let's talk about it. Art lovers, welcome back to the channel. My name is Christopher West, and this is the place where we talk all things modern and contemporary art and design. And today, we're going to talk about an 87-year-old Wonder Woman who the New York Times calls one of America's most elusive artists. Yes, in honor of her retrospective at MoMA, we are talking about Joan Jonas. Jonas emerged in the late 1960s and would become a pioneer of video and performance art. And whenever I talk about anything that's not a painting you hang on the wall, I get comments like, "That's not art," and "You suck." So if you're one of those people, just go ahead and leave your comment now and I'll catch you on the next one. But for those that like more than just pretty pictures, stick around. The first thing you need to know is that Jonas's work is not easy to define, and viewers are often left feeling unable to fully grasp the work. Yes, she's a performance artist, but her work often incorporates drawing, video, dance, sculpture, and photographs. She doesn't begin any piece with a preconceived notion of what that work might become. She lets the piece take on a life of its own, and it evolves intuitively. In 1970, on a trip to Japan, she bought her first video camera. And it was through video that she began to question how we see, think, and act. What new kinds of identities do these electronic images open up for us? But she was doing this 50 years ago, in a loft in Soho, in New York, with antiquated technology. How could this possibly be relevant to us today? Oh, wait, it's completely relevant. Take one of her earliest video pieces, Organic Honey's Video Telepathy from 1972. Using just her camera, a TV screen, and a live video feed, Jonas performs as both herself and her alter ego, Organic Honey. She is questioning this fixed sense of identity, just as every teenager does on their TikToks or Instagram reels. And she's doing this at a time when she was active in the women's liberation movement and concerned with the roles women play in society. Art for social change. I dig it. During the 1970s, Jonas was completely entrenched in the New York art scene, making art and traveling with friends like Robert Smithson, Richard Serra, Laurie Anderson, and Dan Graham. But in the 80s, when the US is becoming more and more obsessed with money, with pop art, with minimalism, Joan Jonas is struggling. And her work was much better known in Europe than right here at home. But she never stopped making work. In the 90s, she would create her theater boxes, which she saw as an extension of her studio. Each of these boxes contained a custom-made video and an internal stage set. This is her exploring how performance art can exist without the performer present. Her later works often combine many of the elements and meanings that she had explored throughout her career. In Reanimation from 2010, for example, Jonas uses 4 video screens, 2 theater boxes, drawings, paintings, and voice recordings, on top of which she herself performs in the space. This piece explores landscape, but through the lens of human interaction. Her work is often discussed alongside surrealism, where she brings motion to their static, dreamlike images. And it's very spiritual, incorporating dogs and animals alongside humans. She suggests that to live spiritually is to live alongside creatures, an idea I wholeheartedly agree with. So why do we care? Aside from being given the Guggenheim's first annual Lifetime Achievement Award and representing the United States at the 2015 Venice Biennale, and currently being the subject of the aforementioned retrospective at MoMA, Jonas has been crucial to the formation of 2 new kinds of art, video and performance. And how many artists can say that? Her work influenced future artists like Bruce Nauman, Marian Abramovich, and Pippoletti Rist, and continues to influence contemporary artists today. I know it's not a pretty picture hanging on a wall for you to stand there and contemplate. But if you or your kids ever made a TikTok or an Instagram reel, or maybe a video here on YouTube, you are part of this lineage that started with Joan Jonas. Plus, a lot of her work has dogs in it, and that's about as good of art as anyone can ask for. Subscribe, like the video, tell me in the comments how much you hate this type of work, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Ciao!